through the grainy flicker of a low-resolution security camera. I caught sight of her fingers tracing his chest, their lips meeting softly beneath the chandelier I had personally chosen for the lobby of the very building I had poured my heart and resources into. It was the same doorway where we once stumbled inside, arms burdened with grocery bags, laughter spilling freely after late-night errands. That one kiss, quiet, intimate, and utterly devastating, obliterated every memory we had stitched together, as if I had never existed in her world. I didn't storm in. I didn't shout. I stood frozen, my heart raging like a silent tempest. By 4:23 a.m., I had vanished. No goodbyes, no explanations, just a ghost slipping away from the life we'd built. My clothes disappeared, my books, the framed photo from our creek vacation that she had insisted we hang above our bed, all gone. The ring box lay open on the nightstand, empty and mute. No note, no farewell, just an aching void that screamed louder than any words ever could. That silence wasn't peace. It was a wound, raw, and festering in the cold stillness. It settled deep in my bones, a weight I carried with me like a shadow. I became a phantom, cutting every thread to the past. No address, no mutual contacts, no digital footprints. I shed my old name, took on a new number, a new life, merging into the faceless current of the corporate world, untouchable and remade. Back then, I was just a nameless analyst with dreams too fragile to chase. She was a woman I believed I would shape my future with. 2 years of splitting rent, curating playlists that only we understood, the soft of her brushing her teeth, a single sock always tangled in our bedding. I adored every quirk, every imperfection. But one fleeting moment was all it took to reduce a lifetime of love to ashes, and that kiss was a fire that burned everything down. I didn't look back. I swallowed the heartbreak, refusing to let her see me break. Instead, I threw myself into work, into relentless drive, forging something unbreakable from the ruins she left behind. I became unstoppable, shaped by loss, hardened by betrayal. 9 years later, I sat at the head of a sleek glass conference table, the city skyline sprawling behind me like a testament to my resilience. I wasn't meant to conduct the final interviews for the executive marketing role, but an instinct, a subtle shift in the air, pulled me into the room, and then she walked in. Her hair was longer now, her eyes dimmer, but she still wore the delicate necklace I'd picked up from a Venice market stall, the charm she once called her talisman. Perhaps its magic had faded along with everything else. At first, she didn't recognize me. How could she? I was unrecognizable, reshaped, refined, sharper. But when I leaned forward and uttered her name, her composure faltered. Her eyes searched mine, desperate for the man she once knew. She stumbled through her resume, voice trembling under my cold, unyielding scrutiny. I gave no warmth, no mercy, only the razor-edge precision of professionalism. That was the first wound. Later that night, my phone erupted with blocked calls, one after another, relentless and accusing. By morning, 137 missed calls illuminated the screen. I ignored them all. Instead, I delved deeper, quietly tracing her career moves, orchestrating the quiet dismantling of the job offer she had so painstakingly secured. Opportunities evaporated, doors closed. The market turned cold. 3 weeks later, she appeared in my building's lobby, not to steal kisses, but to pace nervously, a restless shadow amid the marble and glass. Security asked if I wanted her removed. I shook my head. Let her stay. Let her feel the weight of this empire I had built from the wreckage of her betrayal. She needed to see it all. Outside, I met her briefly, my voice steady and resolute. "You disappeared," she said, voice breaking. I shrugged. "No, I evolved." Tears welled in her eyes as she stammered apologies, calling a mistake, swearing she never truly understood the damage she'd done. "You kissed him like I meant nothing," I said quietly. "Now, you mean nothing." She reached out, desperate, but I stepped away. "Good luck," I told her. "You'll need it." She tried to turn the story, painting me as a villain, but I had been too meticulous, too careful. Her words faded into the noise of a world that no longer cared. I kept moving forward, not out of spite, for that fire had long since died, but driven by something deeper. Focus, clarity, purpose. Sometimes I pass by that old building. The lobby has changed. The camera's gone. Every trace of us erased. The ghosts are gone, replaced by my reflection in the glass. A reflection that finally feels like peace. Not the kind you stumble upon by chance, but the kind you carve out of silence, from ruin, from the end of a love that never truly saw me.